Hi guys, Daniel here. Welcome to my Atlas walkthrough series. In this episode, we will have a look at the skill tree and talk about how we want to build our Pathfinder. The short story and the point of this video is that you should take some time and study the skill tree. Get some awareness on what you can do and what you want to do. What's most important, make sure you know what not to unlock early in the game. If you are new to the game and starting fresh, be smart and don't YOLO this. The question we all gonna ask is, can we unlock everything in Atlas? As I'm making this video, Atlas is still in early access, so changes are made to the point mechanics and the skill tree on the time. So as for vanilla and official servers, I'm not sure if we can have everything unlocked at the same time. Personally, I hope not, because it will add to tactics and strategies and make people play together. But you can respec and for sure use everything in the skill tree as you max out your character and reach the end game. If you play single player or join a private or non-dedicated service session, you can definitely unlock everything depending on the settings. My approach to build a character will probably be best for PvE or solo play, but I will of course mention the PvP aspects of building the character as well. One feature I would like to mention before we dig into our build is the search function. In the skill tree menu, for the moment to our right, we can search for either skills or craftable items. As we start to type, we get a list of available items. When we double click on the PC, we open the correct category and the skill we need will be highlighted for us. Alright, let's get real and talk about resources. Almost everything we do in Atlas demands that we gather resources, and a lot of it. So, this is one of the first things I focus on and spend points to improve. PvE or PvP doesn't matter in earliest of gameplay. We're gonna need them resources. So with that in mind, I always spend my first stat points in weight and my first skill points to unlock better resource gathering. For now, with the game patch 548.2, in the skill tree and the category survivalism, we have something called hand harvesting. This increases how much resources we get when gathered by hand and with tools. Just a few levels into the game, we should be able to unlock this feature. Now, when we can gather a lot of resources, we want to reach the Stone Age. If I play official, especially PvP, I would now prioritize so I can build stone structures. It will not stop bigger companies to raid you, of course, but it will for sure make it harder for single players that are passing your spot to raid you. Anyways, except stone structures, an early game focus for me would be Beastmastery. As a solo player or on PvE, having some tames that are good at gathering resources will be very handy. We also want tames to protect us from wild aggressive animals or to help us fight unfriendly players in PvP. From here, the decisions you make can be a bit harder if you play PvP. Should you spend points in combat skills go for one-handed weapons or ranged weapons. It all goes with what you would prefer. Make sure to study the skill tree so you get an idea of the outcome. Remember that you can respec every time you level up, or get a respec dish from the crew recruiter in the free ports. When I played PvP, I went for armor, movement speed, and sword fighting. I found it much easier to slash a player with a sword than hit them with a ranged weapon. With that said, yeah, my aim probably sucks. If you're the guy that play single player, you might wanna fight off the pirate camps. Because of game rules, we can't snipe the NPCs stationed on cannons, so we need to punch them or slash them with a melee weapon. So even here, armor, movement speed, and sword fighting might be a good choice. As we're now unlocking armor, we can make fur clothes. They are needed on the cold seas and in the more arctic parts of the map. With the armor route, you will also unlock the very useful glider suit. And this is something I recommend everyone to do and learn how to use. This one will become very handy as we start to explore the world and hunt for discovery points. Now, when we got the resource gathering covered and we can keep our stuff safer in stone buildings and we can withstand the weather with armor, we're gonna start thinking about the next phase. My recommendation here will be to unlock the sloop and the small sails. I build a sloop with one handling sail to get decent maneuvering and one speed sail to get some more speed. Simply the best of two worlds. Building bigger ships and sailing the seas might be tempting, I agree, but for a nice sailing experience, we want a crew, and a crew, they want gold. So the easiest way to get gold early will be to collect flotsam at the seas. Look for the skills that improve from how far you can spot the flotsam. For now it's called Sightseeing and is found in the category Seamanship. Spending some points in Fortitude can now be a good idea, so we can withstand the temperatures at the sea, we don't get hungry or thirsty as fast, and it also slows down the vitamin depletion a little bit. From here, mid-game, the next option would probably be to either sail bigger ships or focus on treasure hunting. If I was playing with others, I would adjust my options here to work with my friends and their builds. As a solo player, I would go all in ships and cheaper crew from here. Check the skill tree for talents that makes the crew cost less gold and eat less food. Going this ship route will open up the world for us, and exploring will be faster and easier. We will start fighting the ships of the damned and scavenging sunken ships for treasures. This route also goes along with more of the in-game quests, since we want to sail around the world a lot. We also got this level cap that forces us to explore and keep gaining more levels. Alright guys, So to sum everything up, you now know that I will not unlock too much of the PvP related skills in my early gameplay. I will focus on resources and exploring. I will not look into cooking if my friends and company don't want me to. Farming comes in my late gameplay when I want to focus on high efficiency taming. Medicine and healing is one of the things I would look at later on in the game, if I'm not playing PvP, that is. Putting talent points in intelligence is also late gameplay for me. And again, as I said in the beginning, as I'm making this video, Atlas is still, after several years, in early access with a lot of changes and glitches going on. So keep in mind that the skill tree will probably change several times as development continues. And with this, we reach the end of this episode. Please consider to subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot and it would be very helpful. You stay safe now, much love.